Thanks for
Yeah.
bringing your presence.
Yeah.
Ward 4, Ward 1.
I remember when she did it, yeah.
I always thought it was kind of gratifying, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
people really appreciate
Well,
it.
when COVID came around, we don't
be
see
late
as
months
many
over here.
people anymore because now most of them put coolers on the porch. But a few of them, they'll come out and talk to you a little bit.
Traffic, yeah?
Used to be all of them, you got a chance to talk to them, you know?
This guy driving next to me. Bunch of chin boogie on the way.
Chin boogie.
There's a lady that keeps standing on the corner over here, a bald-headed, dark-skinned lady over here on the corner. We get a lot of complaints about her. Start this meeting.
Here we go.
Council workshop meeting Tuesday, September 3rd, 2024, 6 p.m. Baird?
Here.
Briggs? Coulter?
Here.
Hodrich?
Here.
Holtmeyer?
Here.
Patke?
Here.
Reed?
Yes.
Wessels?
Here.
Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will all the committee members answer if they have or have not read the minutes of the meeting dated August 5th, 2024? Bear?
Yes.
Briggs? Coulter?
Yes.
Heidrich?
Aye.
Holtmeyer?
Aye.
Patke?
Yes.
Reed?
Yes.
Wessels?
Aye.
Need a motion, guys, to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Bear, second by Coulter. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next.
Report of Department Heads, Administration Department, 2024-2025 budget.
I don't have any support material for you tonight, but nothing's really changed since we gave you the copy of the memo a few weeks ago. Tammy and I are still going to be looking at some things over the next couple of weeks. Your budget hearing will be September the 23rd, and we will have an ordinance on the agenda because we have to go ahead and have that to adopt the budget as we move forward because the budget year begins October the 1st. So unless you have any questions, I just want to list it as a discussion item in case you had any questions. And if we can't answer it tonight, we can get it to you in the meantime.
No questions?
No questions.
Okay. Next one, Sherry.
Engineering Department, Jefferson Street Project Supplemental Agreement.
Good evening, council. So, really the first two items here are kind of together. So we have Jefferson Street, the construction project, the bids that came in. So you have KJU's bid came in low at a little over 1.6 million. So we're recommending them for doing the project Jefferson Street from 5th to Highway 100. And then the first thing was a supplemental agreement. Basically for Jefferson Street, for the East-West Gateway Council, they let you, certain projects that went over the cost estimate, instead of like 3rd Street where the city had to cover all that cost over what we initially applied for, they let you, well, they looked at the projects based on the bids that came in and see if you qualify to get additional funding to cover that. So we did get that additional funding, so the project will stay at the 80-20 split where we only cover 20%, so they're gonna give us the estimate came in at a little over 1.2, and then the bids came in at 1.6, so we're getting that extra, 400,000, 80% of that covered. So that's basically what that agreement's saying.
No questions? Discussion?
So the first item A is just for the agreement with MoDOT, and the second one is for the actual contract.
But the city's portion will increase because the overall project increased.
Because the overall
Correct.
project, there'll still be 20% of that new project cost. So yeah, we will go up a little bit, but we don't have to cover that whole difference like we did on 3rd Street.
Okay.
So in essence, we're getting Jefferson Street from Highway 100 all the way to 5th Street
Correct.
for $365,000. Wow.
Well, you're getting that added to what you originally had.
Plus sidewalk.
Plus sidewalk.
Correct.
right?
Yeah, sidewalk
Sounds
all the
great.
way on the west side, yeah.
So it'd be on at Wainwright, it's on the east side. But
Yeah,
then
so we're gonna replace where it is existing, but then take it on the west side.
On the west
All the way
side,
to
okay.
100, yep. Grades worked out a lot better. going
Right, I
that
remember
way.
talking about the west side, but and when it says up to Wainwright Street, the sidewalk's on on the east side there.
Side, yeah.
Yeah.
No more questions or discussion?
Is that going to, I was thinking like going past places like Aldo's. Is that going to
Yeah.
dip into their parking lot then?
Well, it'll have the sidewalk right at the back of curb, like you see, on most of our streets. So yeah, they'll have a new sidewalk in front of all those there.
They've got rock there now.
Yeah, so they'll get a new,
Yeah, the
ADA
parking lot,
compliant
I don't think
driveway
goes up to the
essentially.
It won't
back of the
affect the
curb.
parking
No.
lot or
Just
no?
in the right-of-way portion
Okay,
for the
all right.
sidewalk to go through.
Better. It will.
I know we've had some issues to the south of Aldo's, those few houses for the last 10 years about water from Jefferson Street in. I mean, I'm sure we're gonna work on those inlets and those.
Oh, yeah, and there's stormwater,
stormwater and all that.
improvements in this
Yeah.
project as well.
That'll help out that situation.
The only thing I want to see is, same thing that you and I have talked about in the past, is like Third and Holman down there. Anytime you're going down a grade like that, like if you look at Third Street and Holman Street, you'll see that I brought it to Charles' attention, how the ADA comes out like that. We have to put it in accordingly. But doesn't mean you need to run a paver all the way to the curb like they did on High Street, and you get those roller coaster humps. That one there, if they were to go ahead and do it like they got it proposed, you'd hit a hole and then you'd hit a bump and your head would hit the roof every time you went through there. So we talked about it with Charles and the contractor, and, he's gonna hold that back to the curb edge to where we're not gonna have that roller coaster like we do on High Street.
So the drive lane will be smooth and you'll have a
Right.
quicker transition.
But if you get 3 foot to the curb, you're gonna hit a hump. They have to do that for the ADA compliance. We understand that, but it's like I'm telling him, there's 50 people that take that sidewalk a day, there's 1,000 cars that go up and down. We gotta make the pavement correct. Somewhere there's gotta be a little fudge here to where we don't look like idiots.
And to your point, High Street was a good example, because we did that. Looks great, but you can see the waves just because it had to meet the
Terrible.
ADA curbs, there's no
Terrible.
doubt. Right,
Right.
so.
And Jefferson Street's got a big hill, so we'll definitely.
Got a big hill,
be
so we're gonna have the
looking
same
out for that.
problem.
Further?
Motion moved to council.
Okay. Motion by Patke, second by Hopmeyer to move it to council. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thanks, Jeff.
Jefferson Street Project Contract Agreement.
So then that's the contract. Like I said, all the other bids came in about 2 million. KJ Understall came in at a little over 1.6 million. So we're recommending them be approved for construction of this project. They've got the same kind of time frame that Third Street had. They can get started now, or they can delay till winter, spring. They just gotta be done by end of September next year, 2025. So just talking to them, it sounds like they'll start winter, late this year, early next year, so.
Any
What's this?
word on the retaining wall people when they were gonna start on?
They talked about coming in Thursday or Friday this week, so. Coming,
But once they start, they only have 180 days, right?
180 days, yes, correct.
So it's not like they can start now and it'll take till next September.
Right, exactly.
It's not the
Whenever
case.
they
Let's
start, they
start,
get a
it'd be
notice
6
to
months.
proceed, they have 180 days. Yep.
Just don't want to prolong it any longer than we have to. Okay,
I'll take a motion to send it on.
so
guys.
moved.
Motion by Patke,
Second.
second by Bear. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion passes. C, please.
Regal Dairy Inc. Farm Lease.
So within your packet, you've got, we went out for bids on the property. The previous tract, the 70-plus acre tract, we voted on at the last meeting. The 244 acre tract, the Regals have the ability to go ahead and have a first right of refusal based on the lease that the council approved 5 years ago. As a matter of fact, if they match this one this time, which they have, then they'll also be able to do that first right of refusal 5 years from moving forward on the next one as well. So we were fortunate enough, we had one bid on this from the Hellebusch group, and they met the minimum bid, which was $267 an acre. We had set a minimum bid of $250. And then I was able to get a hold of Regal's, obviously, and they said yes, that they were going to go ahead and match that. So with this, you'll be set in for another 5 years at this rate. And then again, like at the end of that term, you'll have another, they'll have the opportunity at 5 years, when we go out for bid again, to match it one more time.
This, what I was talking about earlier, under Exhibit 1
Okay.
of that, and it's Regal, but that's where it says 302 an acre. I think that must be a mistake.
That's a mistake. Let me see, where are you at?
Okay, in Exhibit 1.
Yep.
Farm lease,
Yes.
okay, and it's with Regal. And then if you go to page 2, I guess,
What paragraph is it?
3, rent, 302.50 per acre.
Yes, that's correct, that is not correct, thank
So
you.
that should be the 267?
That should be the 267.
Okay.
Thank you. No, the 302.50 was
The other one.
the 70 plus acres at Meerschaum we passed. Yeah,
That's repeated again in paragraph 4, by the way, so.
thank you. Anywhere where it says if it says 302.50 per acre, it should be 267 on this. Yep, I see it. Do you have any questions? Staff recommends approval.
I'll make a motion to send on.
Second, along with the corrections.
Correct.
Thank you.
Motion by Bear, second by Petke, along with the corrections. Discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Third Street project budget amendment.
So this is for the Third Street project that's gonna be from Jefferson to High Street that you guys approved the contract for Cochran to do design of that project. Previous council, this is just the budget amendment, to bring some of that money into this, current budget year so they can get started here this month of September before the next budget year starts, so. So we're not holding it up.
Not a change in amount, just to pull forward, basically.
Yeah.
Put some into this.
Yep, exactly, yep, just bring 25,000 over.
Motion to send to council.
Second.
Motion by Petke, second by Coulter to send it forward. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you, guys.
You want me to go right into it?
See if anybody's got any other questions of department heads.
Any department heads?
Okay.
Surely you got something, no?
Smooth, huh?
Well,
Public vote on whether,
Go ahead.
okay. Public vote on whether or not to hold a closed meeting to discuss personnel, legal, or real estate matters pursuant to section 610.021 RSMO 2000. Thayer,
Yes.
Briggs,
Yes.
Coulter,
Yes.
Heidrich, Holtmeyer,
Aye.
Petke,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes.
Wessels.
Aye.
Motion passes. We're in executive session.
So is this different from what was in our?
Yes,
Yeah.
they updated it. Give us a minute to set up. Get the doors closed.